Hello, comic book guys and gals, and welcome to Comic Mag Musings Live. This fella is your host, Bill Miller. This fella is your co-host,
Any musings?
All right, what we're going to do is we're going to go over some Frank Frazetta, a couple of items. We've got a coin and a big art portfolio book by Taschen, which I believe is a German publisher. So first, let's go over the coin. So Mrs. Musings got this for me, maybe for within the last few months, I think. So it's a silver coin. Let's see if we can do this. There we go.
Silver reflects.
Yeah, it does. It's the face of Frank Frazetta on the obverse. And on the reverse is a recreation of his painting, The Egyptian Queen. And this was used as the cover for Eerie issue number 23. So it is silver. I already tested it, but that's the coin. Frank Frazetta on the front and the Egyptian Queen recreation on the back. Darren, how are you? I couldn't do cover slingers because it was Mini Musings' birthday yesterday. And that's why he's here. In honor of his birthday, I'm letting him do the unboxing. We will have an unboxing. And I'll show you after the unboxing. I'll go over this ridiculously big The Fantastic Worlds of Frank Frazetta book.
Show the pages.
Back.
Thank you.
And this is by Taschen, which I believe is a German publisher because this is in German. So I started reading some of it. Where am I at? Well, I started reading the captions for the images, what I could. What's up, Joey Bag of Sevens? I'm not sure. Mrs. Musings got it for me. I think for Christmas or for Valentine's, one of the two. So I'm not sure where she got it from. But yeah, if it was from that store, it was online. All right. So we're doing an unboxing. Mini Musings, I'll let him do the unboxing. I already took it out. This is a comic book. I already took it out of the two outer boxes it was in. And so now it shouldn't be too difficult for him to get it out of there. So it is a graded comic.
I see the flat. I see the top of it. Okay, this way. Either way, you can see it.
Huh?
Okay, this is the back area.
Happy birthday, son.
Really?
Really? Yeah. So there you go. Why don't you show him what you got? Take it out of the plastic bag. So we got New Mutants issue number
98.
All right. Read what's on the labels there.
The first appearance of Deadpool, Gideon and Copycat as Domino. Richter leaves the New Mutants. Rob Liefeld and Fabian Nixa story. Rob Liefeld cover and art 9.6 with white pages.
There you go. I know that's one of the ones that you're after. So pretty cool. And what's on the back?
We have this is a Punisher NES game.
Oh, okay. Very cool.
Thank you, Dad.
You're welcome. All right. I told Mini Musings he could split after the unboxing if he wanted to. I'm going to go into and show a little bit of this massive Frank Frazetta tome. So you can see some of the wonderful art in that.
I'm going to bring this downstairs.
Sure, if you want to.
Okay.
All right. Go ahead. Come on. See ya.
Bye, Dad. Thank you.
All right. So this thing, I tell you what, if you don't have a gym membership, this wouldn't be a bad substitute. This thing is massive. I'll show, I'm not going to show all of it, obviously, but I'll show a couple of pretty cool images that are in here. There's like, how am I going to do this? The title page, or pages, I guess. Yeah, exactly. He's breaking it out now as we speak. And there's the image we just saw in the coin, the Egyptian queen from 1969. He's redone this so many times. He does that a lot. So he'll go and touch up paintings that he's already used for whatever publications, right? Like he took the bathing suit or outfit off of Vampirella. He's touched this one up, the Egyptian queen, like 2 or 3 times. Now there's one of his famous funnies covers, probably the most expensive of them. Oh yeah, you should, Darren. That's one of his more famous. And this one was commissioned for Famous Funnies, but it was never used. They felt it was too violent. So Bill Gaines had him touch up the titular hero in here to take out the space outfit, and he used it on the last issue of Weird Science Fantasy, issue number 29. It's the only original art that Bill Gaines didn't buy. He just purchased the rights from Frank Frazetta, because Frazetta rarely ever sold his original art. And as you can see, here's a good example. This thing is in German. Now, I don't sprechen Sie Deutsch, so there's only so much I can read. Some of the captions are in, the captions for the images are in English. A couple of eerie and creepy covers that were used. Oftentimes, most of the time, with his work for Warren, the cover art had nothing to do with the stories inside. There's Bambi #1, which of course is pretty famous. But Warren said, just do whatever you want, and we'll print it. He did movie posters. They probably do have an English version. I'm sure they do, Darren, but that's not what I was gifted. I was gifted this German version, which I think that Mrs. Musings didn't know that probably that there were 2 versions. That's what I'm guessing. He did album covers, movie posters, only a couple comic book covers. Less than 10, I think. I think that was used on Creepy. It might be Eerie, one of those 2. We can get into Thunder. There's Thunder. So that was his concept he did the cover art for issue 1, but then he had a disagreement with the publisher and he just quit. And so the remaining issues were done by someone else. Weird Fantasy, he did most of that cover, I think, but not all of it. See what else. He was the ghost artist for a long time on Lil Abner for Al Cap. Get some other cool images here. Go through that. Yeah. I actually have that Famous Funnies issue. That's the only one of the Famous Funnies that I have. Yeah, you're right, Darren. She knows me no read so well. This is my favorite of the Famous Funnies covers, but I don't have it. They're all expensive, and so it is what it is. You only get what you can get. And I'd like to get his issue of Beyond, which is, I think, the only pre-code horror he ever did. Some Tarzan stuff. It says Tarzan and Ringo Starr because he did a drawing of Ringo Starr. I think it was for Mad Magazine, for the back of one of the issues. And that's actually what got him into the movie poster course. That was a very, I think, high selling painting right there. And that sell for like 14, 15 million, something like that. I have a shirt with that one on it. Definitely some nice quality reproductions of not just the finished work, but some of his initial sketches prior to the finished work as well. It's a nice Tarzan one. And he did, of course, trade paperback covers for Tarzan for a lot of the Conan novels. He did cover art for albums. Molly Hatchet's probably the most well known. I think that was on a Creepy cover. Issue of Creepy. Maybe, Darren. But they're expensive. Even my comic shop's expensive. This, I think, was on an issue of Eerie. I'll try to keep it as PG rated as possible. He did like to draw some nakedness. EC throwback. Now, EC, I think it was Ballantine Books, did like some EC. They were paperback books, but they reprinted a couple issues of. There were two of the. I think there was the Tales from the Crypt. There was like a Haunt of Fear one, a couple from science fiction. They're like 4 or 5, And he did all the cover art for those as well. Creepy and eerie covers. Another one. And some of these were used more than once between the different Warren titles. You could have one that was like, Eerie 28, and then it'll be used for Creepy, number 96. They do indeed almost as much as the Englishers do. This was a Creepy cover here on my right, I guess. I'll just show a few more and then we'll call it quits. Now this is from Blazing Combat. Right, there were 4 issues in that Warren series, and he did the covers for all 4. This is a Creepy cover. Creepy and eerie, I think. Eerie on the right, creepy on the left. The one on the right was used for, I don't know, one of the two, eerie or creepy. I can't remember which. That's a great one. Many of these are pretty darn famous. Yeah, exactly. No doubt there. Oh, that's a fantastic one. So I have not, I've only gone through about a quarter of this. Both of these are great. The one on the right's one of my favorites. This kind of reminds me of the creatures that are being fought in Weird Science Fantasy number 29. No, this is a Vampy cover. He did, Joe. No doubt about that. There's probably might be my favorite of his is Death Dealer. I was in many moons ago when I was in the Army. The brigade that I was in commissioned a life-size statue. Hey, what's up, Jacob? Of Death Dealer and put it in front of brigade headquarters. I was already out by the time that happened, but I was out. That was pretty darn cool. There's an example of a movie poster that he did. There's a very famous painting that was used on a Molly Hatchet album cover. I have that album too, actually. It's one of the maybe 2 albums that I actually have. I have it just because obviously he did that painting. Be a bit more selective. A lot in it. This is okay. So this was used as a paperback book cover. Oh, that one's fantastic. Yeah, this thing is serious business. Heavy as heck. I think that was used for the Luana movie poster. And for one of the versions of the Luana movie poster, he also used that for Vampirella as well. Hey, I tell you what, not a bad idea. Yeah, I think I saw a YouTube special on William Stout. Um, I think where he made most of his money was getting into the movies and doing storyboarding and being an art director for different movies. Yeah, he had mentioned Frazetta. This was used on a Vampy cover as well. And this was used on a Vampirella cover. Yeah, that was interesting, Jacob. I enjoyed that. That's right. This will go in my niche collection of German art books. That's right. What I'll do is I'll send images to Varangian Vigilante and have him translate them for me. Now I have a Quest Star magazine that has this as the cover on the right. Oh, was it? Very cool. Nazareth the Bomb. Their lead singer is one of the best voices in rock music. Oh yeah, wasn't that was from Fire and Ice, right? The animated movie that he was heavily involved with. I saw that. It was okay. This is one of the Death Dealer paintings. I think this is up for sale on like Comic Connect or Heritage or something like that. If you got an extra, I guess 5 to 10 million laying around, there's a place you can drop it. Now that's cool. Headless Horseman. Which Frazetta did enjoy more, the Warren stuff or the Standard Comics Ghost Rider stuff. Yeah, he did do some of the Ghost Rider stuff in the 50s. Definitely the Warren stuff. What I enjoy most of all would probably be his run on Famous Funnies, about 6 issues, but they're just out of my price point, unfortunately. I managed to get one a few years ago, and that's probably all I'm going to be able to do unless I wanted to go really low grade on them. And beware, the one issue he did there, I'd love to have that, but again, it's expensive. So what are you going to do? If there's a money tree somewhere, I'll go start harvesting it, but until then, hey, what's going on, Raul? Good to see you. Hi, Aaliyah Comic Bro. He's going to be featured in one of my upcoming videos. I'll just leave it at that. Conan paperback on the left. Yeah, you and me both, Jacob. I do want to know, Raul, but we can't all live in Miami and have the world as our oyster, you know? There's another death dealer painting he did. More death dealer. Whenever I was asked what I wanted to be when I grew up, I always told people highly a comic bro. And now you guys can see why. He's a pimp, a player, and a hustler. And he's got it going on. Yeah, he's one of the best, bro. Just some fabulous art. Hubba hubba. You got a derriere there. You like his booties. Hey, what's up, Damien? That is a cool one on the left there. There's some of the Ghost Rider in the Tim Holt series and his eponymous series as well. And those have actually, last 5 years, have steadily creeped up in price. And then it shows like a pistache of different comic book covers. Yeah, that Vampy on the left at the top, I just picked that one up maybe a few months ago. Not terribly expensive. It's a 25th anniversary issue, but original art that he created for it. So. And shows a lot of his paperback book covers. The Warren covers goes into that. And we'll end on some album covers. Well, that's a hell of a Christmas gift, Jacob. I like that. I'll show this one again. Some of you didn't see it. So I got this from Mrs. Musings. It's just hard to see with all the light. So this is a silver coin with Frazetta's portrait on the obverse, and then the Egyptian queen recreated on the reverse. Just hard to see with the reflection. That was used for Erie number 23. All right, well, that's it. Thank you guys for stopping by. I hope everyone had a wonderful Easter, and you have the rest of your Easter goes well, and you have a great week. And I'll probably be on Cover Slingers on Gray Man's channel on Saturday of this week. So everyone have a great weekend. Thanks for stopping by. See ya.